Open your browser and type in isrgindia.com and click on the login. So once you enter the login page, enter your SLA number or your user ID that you have registered with your password and click on login. Once you click on login, you will end up into a dashboard page and click on the new button to open a new survey report. So in this new page, enter the type of the survey there and enter that survey report number, the survey report date, place of signature, etc. And then enter the policy number and period of cover from. So once you enter the start period date, the end period date gets calculated automatically. But if you want to overwrite that information manually, you can do so. And then next, enter the name of the insurer. The name of the insurer can be selected from the available list which is already shown over there in the screen, or if you want to overwrite that information, you can do that manually. So enter the address of the insurance company, the insured and the insured's address, etc. And then enter all the vehicle details. ISRG provides all information in the drop down with the pre-selected values, so which you can select it without typing. So this saves you most of the time. If your information or the expected information is not available in the drop down, then you can manually type that information. And ISRG also has an added feature to calculate the age of the vehicle based on the registration date and the accident date of the vehicle. So it provides you the difference in the date or really the age of the vehicle in terms of year, month and date, and also calculates the depreciation percentage automatically and shows you in the window or in a pop-up. Now you see that the age of the vehicle as well as the suggested depreciation percentage is 25%. So to enter the spares, so click on the spares assessment and then enter 25% by providing all the information like the description of a spares, estimate amount, assessed amount, bill value, etc. And if you want to add additional line items, then click on the plus button to create a new line. You can also add the VAT to an estimate total by clicking the tick mark which is set as add VAT to estimate total. And if you have an additional depreciation, you can very well enter that additional depreciation by having an option by clicking the button add additional depreciation button. So if you want to enter a nil depreciation, click on that add additional depreciation button at the bottom and then overwrite the default depreciation percentage to 0 and then start entering all the descriptions there. And again, if you want to add multiple lines, click on the plus button to add a different line. You see that all the VAT, depreciation and everything gets calculated automatically as soon as the information is entered over there. Now we are done with the spares, and next if you want to enter labor, then click the button, click the check mark which says that do you want to estimate assessment of labor, and now you can just enter up all the information here for the labor. And again, as I said earlier, if you want to apply the service tax to the estimate total, click the button add service tax to estimate total. So once you have the service tax to the estimate total, this increases your estimate by with an additional service tax. You can do an assessment of paint by clicking the button do you want to estimate assessment of paint and enter all the information just as you are doing it for the labor. So initially the paint percentage is 25, which says that the material for the paint is 25% of the total value which is provided by the workshop. So you can enter in the description over here and put in the estimate and put in the assessed. As soon as you put the value for the assessed, the paint labor and the paint spare gets split automatically based on the 75-25% and it's put into the field for paint labor and paint spare automatically. And all the information like the depreciation etc. gets calculated, and you can come to the summary section to see all the charges. And if you have some additional information apart from the final summary, for example less policy excess or less salvage, or do you want to add an additional towing charge, you can add it over here. If you want to do less charges, then you need to enter the value in the negative. So for example, less policy excess is put as minus 1000 rupees, but the add towing charge is put as plus 2000 rupees, and less salvage is put as minus 400. And if you have mistakenly added additional rows, then you can delete that by clicking the minus button. So once the summary is done, the net liability is calculated, and finally the professional fees is calculated automatically. If you see here, 750 rupees is calculated automatically based on your estimate. You put in all the billing section and then click on the save. So this saves the document finally into the ISRG, and it now gives you a warning telling the date of accident is not within the policy coverage period. So some validations are handled in order for you to avoid some mistakes. So you can click on the download document finally to download the Word document. Alternatively, you can also search your already written report by putting the search criteria, and click on search will provide you the list, and click on the list and then click on the download button, so it opens you the Word document. So you can open it anytime the saved report. So this is the view of the Word document which got generated. Since this is a Word document, you can manually edit this information even after downloading this document. And you see that all the information what you have entered over there is neatly laid out over here, and all the calculation and everything is put into a separate sheet called as an assessment sheet. And at the bottom of the assessment sheet you also have a place for your signature, so you can go and sign your signature over there. After the assessment sheet, then the next sheet which follows is called the billing section, which puts in all the billing information which you have entered into the document. And please remember that this can be saved as a PDF document and can be taken and it can be printed out. So this is a short video on ISRG on how to enter data and how to pre-fill all the information and download the document. And you can download this document anytime, anywhere from any computer in the internet.